Over a single weekend, ChatGPT uninstalls surged by a staggering 295%. Millions of users practically revolted, permanently deleting the king of AI from their phones and crowning a new number one in the App Store, Anthropic's Claude. But this wasn't about a new feature or a bad software update. It was the fallout from the biggest tech betrayal of the decade. In a matter of months, the United States government treated an American tech darling like a hostile foreign adversary, and its biggest rival swooped in to pick the bones clean. To understand why the internet is suddenly turning on Sam Altman and why the military is trying to execute Anthropic, we have to rewind to a Friday deadline that changed the AI industry forever.
Anthropic is rejecting an ultimatum from the Pentagon to lift the company's AI safeguards or risk being blacklisted. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth wants to use Anthropic's AI model, Claude, for, quote, all lawful purposes. Anthropic, though, has been very clear. It's a hard no when it comes to using its AI technology for autonomous weapons and mass surveillance of Americans.
Meet Anthropic, founded by Dario Amodeo. They are the creators of Claude. For months, Anthropic had been the only frontier AI company to actually deploy its models inside the US government's classified networks. They were actively helping the military, but the Pentagon, led by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, wanted more. They issued a sweeping mandate. The Department of War must have unrestricted access to AI models for any lawful purpose. No usage constraints, no ideological tuning. Anthropic said yes to helping the military, but they drew two massive non-negotiable lines in the sand. First, no mass domestic surveillance of Americans. Second, no fully autonomous weapons. Anthropic argued that the technology simply wasn't safe or reliable enough to let AI pull the trigger without a human, and that domestic surveillance violated fundamental democratic rights. The Pentagon didn't care. They gave Anthropic an ultimatum: drop your safety guardrails or lose your contracts. The deadline was set.
For weeks, tensions have been brewing between the Pentagon and AI giant Anthropic, and now the Defense Department is giving the AI company an ultimatum: let the military use its technology without restrictions or pay the price starting tomorrow.
Anthropic refuses to cave, and the government's response isn't just to cancel a contract, it is an attempted corporate execution. President Trump takes to Truth Social, calling Anthropic left-wing nutjobs and ordering every federal agency to immediately phase out their technology. But Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth takes it a step further. He officially designates Anthropic a supply chain risk to national security. Let's pause and understand how insane this is. This is a label historically reserved for hostile foreign powers like Chinese telecom giant Huawei. It's designed to stop spies from putting backdoors into military tech. Hegseth weaponized this law against an American company. By doing this, the government effectively barred any contractor that does business with the military from working with Anthropic. It was a calculated, devastating move designed to bankrupt them into submission. And then, just hours later, OpenAI swoops in. Sam Altman announces a Friday night deal with the Pentagon to take Anthropic's place in his classified networks. OpenAI agrees to the Pentagon's broad demands for all lawful purposes. Altman claims that OpenAI secured the exact same red lines as Anthropic, but let's look at the reality. On one side, Anthropic risked their entire multi-billion-dollar business to explicitly block mass surveillance and killer robots, and for that, they were blacklisted as a national security threat. The gravity of that blacklisting is far-reaching beyond just the military-industrial complex. What this ban means is, any business operating within the United States or outside of it that has any business dealings or contracts with the US military is now barred from using Claude or Anthropic's technology. That encompasses almost every big company in America in some way, shape, or form. Now, on the other side, OpenAI swoops in just hours later from this, signing a vague contract while their rival was bleeding. For that, they were rewarded with the keys to the Pentagon. It is the ultimate corporate blindside. But Sam Altman made one massive miscalculation. He underestimated the internet, and by extension, the power of the people. The backlash was almost instantaneous. People began realizing that OpenAI had just handed the military an AI tool with virtually zero initial public guardrails against domestic surveillance and autonomous weapons. Within hours from this announcement, a delete ChatGPT movement started to catch fire. Claude's free usage skyrocketed by over 60%, crashing their servers from the sheer influx of traffic. The funny thing is, Anthropic spent millions of dollars on Super Bowl ads that barely gained them many users. By taking the right stance against unmoral and unlawful usage of its AI, the people responded and surged it to the first place on the App Store, above OpenAI's ChatGPT. But it wasn't only the people that took a stand. Inside big tech's AI players, the alarm bells were ringing. Nearly 900 employees across OpenAI and Google signed an open letter begging their leadership to refuse the Pentagon's demands. The pressure broke Altman. In a frantic scramble of weekend damage control, he took to social media, admitting that the rushed Friday deal looked, in his own words, opportunistic and sloppy, which it was. He desperately announced hasty amendments to this contract, explicitly stating that the AI wouldn't be used by the NSA or for domestic surveillance. But for millions of users, the mask had already slipped off, the damage was done. These words were coming from a man who was among the founders of OpenAI, the OpenAI that promised to create free and open AI to benefit the world, and now is one of the most valued for-profit corporations in the world. The internet doesn't buy his story anymore, and neither should you. This isn't the first time big tech has clashed with the military-industrial complex. In 2016, Apple's Tim Cook famously refused the FBI's demands to build a backdoor into the iPhone, weathering massive government pressure to protect user privacy. In 2018, thousands of Google employees revolted against Project Maven, forcing the company to stop building AI for Pentagon drone strikes. But the Anthropic showdown is different. This isn't just a dispute over a contract. It is the US military weaponizing its authority to crush a company that dares to stand by its own ethical lines. Anthropic is planning to take the government to court. At the same time, the military has already put out orders to remove Anthropic's technology from its inner workings. The irony is, when the US government conducted its initial strikes on Iran, Anthropic's Claude was one of the technologies used.
The US used Claude to strike Iran. Now, this is very significant and interesting because just days before the attack on Iran, US President Donald Trump had declared war on Anthropic. He virtually banned Anthropic's tools from the US military setup. They were labeled as a national security threat. Trump ordered American agencies to stop using Anthropic's Claude. The Pentagon called Anthropic a risk to America's supply chains.
As AI becomes the most powerful weapon on the planet, the question isn't just who controls the technology, it's who controls the people building it. And the fact that OpenAI signed a deal that was denied by a competitor on the grounds of moral and ethical differences means only one thing: OpenAI is nothing like its founding mission. And all that's left for us to do is delete ChatGPT. Thank you for watching.